This video is designed to help you start a bike rental business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a bike rental business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful bike rental business of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. When beginning a new business, you should not miss the process of drafting a concise business plan. It will save you a lot of hassle in the long run if you write down different scenarios and your strategies in advance. If you intend to pursue outside financing, a bike rental business model is essential. A business plan aims to provide an in-depth analysis of the potential business. The proper bike rental business plan helps you render your aspirations a reality by compelling you to set down specific strategies and action measures toward meeting your objectives. The organization summary part of the business plan delves into the specifics of the business's offerings. What is the essence of the product or service you provide, and how does it add value to the customers? The following are the kinds of bike rental business you may consider. City bike rentals. City bike rentals are especially common with visitors who enjoy exploring their destination on two wheels. Premium bike rentals. Premium bike rentals strive to have the finest bicycle experiences possible for quality-conscious customers. Typically, it caters to a niche market of customers, who are either residents or visitors visiting the destination for a specific reason, most notably to cycle. Bike rental for office or work purposes. Long-term bike leasing has grown in popularity, as people search for alternatives to private cars, especially in larger cities. Choosing a location. Choose a business venue that is convenient to visitor attractions. Bike rental locations are usually located near beaches and other tourist attractions within an area. Additional factors to consider before deciding on a venue include nearby bike rental stores, riding paths and courses, local festivals, and nearby landmarks. Needless to add, your shop space should be multifunctional, welcoming, and simple to navigate, for both consumers and staff. It should also contain sufficient space for all machines, and have a dedicated place for equipment repair. Target audience. There is no doubt that tourists are the main target market for bike rental businesses. Indeed, another significant reality is that many modern tourists, mostly youths, tend to rent bikes and explore, rather than rent a vehicle. Additionally, foreign visitors are more adventurous, which is why bike rental companies are targeting them to boost their revenue. Thus, these are the two primary segments on which the bike rental business is currently focused. Identify your competition. Identify the quality of competitors in your area, and become familiar with their strengths and weaknesses. Until you are certain your service is superior, you can avoid densely populated neighborhoods with many stores. However, being next to one or two other businesses is not a negative factor. You will save money on ads and increase your access to prospective buyers. Establishing a business next to an already active location demonstrates that there is a demand for your business, which you can leverage. Marketing analysis. It is critical to develop a marketing plan from the start. It is uncommon for people to come across a business that does not employ some kind of marketing. However, your marketing efforts should be proportionate to your capacity to serve your customers. You don't want to overpromote and find yourself unable to satisfy demand. Set your budget. It is the most obvious thing, but you must have a good idea about how much you can spend on your business. The possible expenditures include utility bills, provisions for space and facilities, and certain contingency funds for unnecessary or unexpected expenses. Pricing. The majority of bike rental shops bill by the hour, half-day, day, weekend, or week. Understand what competitors are charging in your area, and then decide on your pricing strategy. Additionally, the pricing structure can be designed to entice consumers to hire bikes for extended periods, by providing a decent deal for day and weekly rentals. Types of bikes. Although this is the most obvious prerequisite for beginning a bike rental business, it is also a critical component of your strategy that you must nail. After analyzing the surrounding environment, you can settle on the kind of bikes you want to rent out, and the number of bikes you want to start with. If you live in a mountainous area, you may wish to specialize in mountain bikes. If you live in a community, you may wish to focus on electric and hybrid bike rentals. Begin with a limited number of bikes, as the business can be sluggish at first, and then add more as needed. Make it digital. You need to have a website and decent scheduling tools in order to deal with all your bookings. Your website serves as an additional storefront, and it would be a gamble to launch a bike rental business without first developing a website and implementing an online booking system. Promotion. The value of marketing cannot be overstated, especially before opening your rental shop stores. You want to do as much publicity promotion as possible in advance, to inform people of your existence and to spread a positive vibe. When new clients become knowledgeable of your services, and decide they need them, you have already won half the battle to ensure business success. The next part of the video is not specific to a bike rental business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the bike rental business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful bike rental business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, You can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a bike rental business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free bike rental business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.